So we'll just place our hands down on your legs. See if you can close your eyes. All right, you got that part. And simply begin to settle in. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just stop for a moment. Cross your thumbs, put your palms up. Take a deep inhale and actually stick your tongue out and breathe out. That's called fire breath. It's a great way of clearing crap. Good, and then settle into your breath. So tapas, fire, self-discipline can be often misconstrued like you're supposed to be massively self-disciplined. But it's more about the fire element. Can you be disciplined to know that if you're going through fire, going through hell, Winston Churchill said, if you're going through hell, keep going. Can you keep going and know that you're going to come out the other end? And when you come out the other end, you'll be a hell of a lot stronger. You'll have learned something. The challenge is maybe a process of spiritual purification, that you go through this to burn some crap away in your life that is not serving you or your highest good, your path. If we believe that we're on a path in life, life is a journey, no? So each challenge, each fire, tapas, each fire that blocks our way, do we freeze? Do we run away? Or do we put on our fire retardant outfit and charge through it and come out the other side? So I want you to maybe, as we sit quietly, contemplate a moment in your life of great challenge that you faced. And how did it turn out? And what did you learn? Tapas. Drawing the breath into the base of the spine. Picturing a red, pomegranate red circle of energy. So your root chakra, Muladhara chakra, energetic center in the body. Deep, deep red inhale, that expands. Exhale, push it back down into the earth to ground you. This energetic center, this chakra, stability, security, financial stability, physical security. A great way to ground yourself after traveling, running around. Just root yourself literally into the earth. Sit a little taller. Is there something in your life right now that you need some strength to get through? Something coming up? Something present that frightens you, that maybe makes you want to back away. Tapas asks us to lean into it. See it as a gift for growth. This whole situation we've been living through in the past 6 months, 7 months, have we not grown in some way? Learned something, prioritized some things over others maybe? Take a deep inhale. Exhale it out, and you can release the palms together to heart. Making your way into swan. So let's take left knee first. Come onto all fours. Blue. Left knee behind, left wrist. Wiggle the toes forward for me. Gaze over the shoulder. Walk the knee directly into the midline of your back. Release the toe. Square off the shoulders, the hips. Take a deep breath and think of England. Let's go. All the way down. So the tendency would be to kind of just roll onto your hip. So make sure your body's directly over the midline. Keep wiggling the foot forward, so you're rotating your femur outwards in that hip socket. Now you could put your block here if you like, come up here. You could put your block here, come here. Just so you're not kind of, exhausting your arms, your wrists, your elbows. And settle in. And this would be an excellent example of tapas first thing in class. So we're going to take a deep breath and settle in. Now if your knee is in excruciating pain, you take the same shape on your back. You lie down, cross the same front leg over, walk the heel in. And this might be a challenge for you, so stay here. Otherwise, lift the foot, clasp the hands, and just relax that leg down. Try to relax your shoulders. So it's the same shape, just on the back. So the quote, now that you know about tapas, says taking time for reflection and journaling will give you insights into your life and the practice of self-discipline. And this is a quote from Rumi, the mystic, the Sufi mystic. If you are a friend of God, fire is your water. You should wish to have 100,000 sets of moth wings so you can burn them away, one set a night. The moth sees light and goes into fire. You should see fire and go toward light. Fire is what of God is world consuming. So it's saying, be a moth, go into the fire, welcome the fire, welcome the challenge of tapas. We're starting with this shape because after this shape, it's all good. It's all good. Everything else will feel so easy. Take a deep inhale and slowly, slowly rise. Come onto your bum. Back leg, draw it around. Extend it in front. Sole of the foot into the inside of the thigh. Take a deep inhale. Lift up, and dive in. Twisting a little bit out to the outside edge of that shin. Once you're there, take your inhale to lengthen. Draw the body forward and lower the head. Maybe just relax the palms either side, palms facing up. And breathe. Let the head go. Can we, when we're faced with fire, with challenge, with uncomfortable situations in our life, can we trust? Can we trust it's for a greater purpose than to just show up and blow up our lives? Now, it's very difficult to understand something such as a death. How is that strengthening us? How is that doing anything but causing tremendous grief in our life? And yet, if you've experienced loss, are you not stronger? Are you wiser? And are you not able to help others, friends, with a deeper level of understanding of what they're going through. Therefore, when you look into their eyes, they recognize, right? They're not alone, because you too have walked in that space. You too have felt that depth of sorrow, so that as they find themselves in that space, they see in your eyes, in your words, that they're not alone. Slowly, slowly rise. Take a breath. If anything needs to come out, let it out. Body has a lot of ways of getting rid of energy that doesn't need to be there. Making your way to swan on the opposite side. So come onto the hands. Just make sure that knee is right to the outside edge of the mat. Wiggle the toes forward as far as they'll go. And depending on the shape of your hip bones, the formation, it will determine how far this leg comes forward. You hear in many classes, bring that shin parallel to the front of your mat. But if your bone isn't shaped that way, it's never going to happen, right? But you can walk your back leg to the midline, so right in the middle. So your hips, your shoulders directly over the midline. Take a deep breath and off we go. Dive in, enjoy. Lower down. And just make sure you're not rolled over onto one butt cheek, you're right in the middle. So what do we do when we're going through hell? 3 reactions: fight, flight, or freeze. I think I do all 3. I have done all 3. Fight, for sure. Flight, run away with my kind of reactions. You don't want to face something, or you just kind of freeze, where you hope it's all going to go away, right? So I'm sure we've all exhibited one or all of those tendencies when facing a challenge. Tapas, asking us to reconsider, to sit, to breathe, to consider and look for the challenge in each situation that's arising. Can we trust that it's happening for us and not just against us? Maybe that's the time you lean on friends, you lean on family, and share. Allow people to help.
and support. And fire generally will always go out. Will smolder, smoke, and turn to ash. Fire will go out unless it's the eternal flame in Varanasi, India. There's the sacred eternal flame from the funeral pyres on the ghats, on the docks on the side of the Ganges river, where the funeral pyres, the burning of the bodies takes place. And there's a fire that hasn't gone out for, I think it's 2,500 years. And there's a specific caste in India that will keep the fire burning. That's the job. And from that fire, everybody lights their funeral pyres, sending their families' bodies to ash. And then the ashes are swept into the Ganges, sacred river, purifying river. Purification. Slowly rise. Draw the back leg all the way around till the sole of the foot meets the inside thigh. Take a breath, chill out a moment. Reaching the hands above the head, lifting up through the spine. Slowly draw the hands forward to the outside of the shin. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, draw the body forward with a little bit of a twist out. Another deep breath in. Relax the chin maybe. Let the hands fall open. Relax the fingers. Relax the head a little more. Notice the sensation in the body. Back of the hamstring, you could squeeze your quad, your thigh, to give the hamstring a little bit more relaxation, and then let it go. Take a deep inhale and slowly rise. Take a breath. Just draw the feet in to cross-legged for a moment. And then make your way onto hands and knees. I'm not sure you'll like me after this one. It's called frog. Sorry for this one. If you know this shape, I apologize. So what I suggest is that you turn sideways on your mat, roll your mat over so you create a little bit of padding. I promise it'll be over before we know it. This one is the perfect fire shape. I'm going to use my block, possibly rolling the mat. I'm going to take my knees apart, a little wider than hip width. Now the feet turn outwards, so internally rotate the heels, toes point out. It's super, super awkward. This one sucks, but it's so good for you, apparently. Ow. Okay, here we go. So knees, that's why you roll over, because it can be a little uncomfortable. Down on the knees. Take a deep inhale and dive in. So you can come down to your block here, resting your hands on your block. You could pray that this will soon be over. Now, I'm going to remove my block actually. I'm going to go for it. Now, toes are pointing out. Start to draw the hips backwards towards the heels. You're going to feel an intense sensation in the hips. Keep pushing the butt towards the back. Keep the toes where they are. And breathe for me. Again, you can use your block to lift up just a little on the elbows, but press the hips back and relax the head. So block or no block, you can choose. frog because of the shape of the feet sticking out. You may choose to add another word in front of the word frog, so you remember this shape. And breathe. We're going to be here for a few moments. So this may challenge you already. I'm speaking for myself. And this is where the breathing, your breath, choosing to breathe and just focus on your breath will allow the time to pass quickly. This will bring up the vrittis in your head, the fluctuations of the mind. More than any other yoga posture, possibly. Keep pressing the hips back. If you've snuck forward. In the Yoga Sutras, the writings, Patanjali wrote sutras, almost threads of life, knowledge of life. The Sutra 2.2. Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Yoga calms the fluctuations of the mind. Vrittis, fluctuations, the little things that nag at your head. I don't think that he was thinking of frog when he wrote that sutra, because I don't think anything can calm your mind from this shape. The practice of yoga will calm the fluctuations of the mind. Breathe. Maybe contemplate the fact that you are breathing today and millions aren't. Contemplate the fact that you have a set of lungs that are able to breathe today when many aren't. Maybe you're able to breathe clean, fresh air. And if somebody's living around the regions where there are fires, they aren't. See how this shit works? There's always something, some way to be grateful for what you have right now. And right now, take a deep inhale and slowly, slowly, let's make our way out of frog. Now I'm feeling really grateful. So, very, very carefully here, transfer your weight to your hands. And gracefully sit down on your butt. Thank you, knees, for taking it for the team. Soles of the feet together. Lay down. See? Gratitude right now for being out of that shape. It's that easy. Maybe left hand on the heart, right hand on the belly. Slide those heels in towards the body.
Still working this inner thigh area, but without the rotation of the knees. Or blue. Slowly draw the knees together. Hi, Blue. Want to sit down? Toe heel the feet to the outside edge of your mat and allow the knees to touch. Now internally rotating those hips. This should feel interesting after frog. Take an inhale, toe heel, the feet back together. Extend the legs to the ceiling and just let them hang. Maybe rotate, point, flex the feet. And see if you could cross the left knee over the right. You may be able to take an eagle wrap. Eagle wrap is when you can hook the toes around. And if you can't, stay here. Just extend the arms like airplane wings and draw the knees all the way over to the right. So same direction. Good. So that top leg has a wrap around. So it's really getting into the outside of the hip, the lower back. Open the arms out like airplane wings, or you could even, just open them out like airplane wings. So it's a spinal twist with a wrap to work even more intensely here. So today's practice solely focused right in the hips. That storage pocket of a lot of stress and painful energy. It's a junction, such a junction, connecting the spine to the legs, upper body to lower body. So a lot of stuff gets stuck there. Just make sure the nose is in the opposite direction. Slowly, slowly, turn the head, uncross the legs, draw the knees back to center. Take a breath. Hug the knees into the chest. You can rock a little left to right, right to left. Then extend the legs to the sky, crossing right leg over left. See if you can get the eagle wrap. And if not, just cross the leg over, extend the hands out like wings, and slowly draw the legs over. To the left this time. Take the nose over to the right. Struggling to hold the wrap here. This side tighter than the other, giving me a nice message. Take a deep inhale, slowly release back to center. Give yourself a big squeeze. And slowly make your way to final resting shape. Just extending the legs out. Release the hands out by the sides. Palms face up. Take a soft inhale, a soft exhale. Just take your attention to your fingertips, maybe touching fingers to thumb, wiggling the toes. And when you're ready, take a good morning stretch, reaching the hands above the head, hugging the knees into the chest, and slowly making your way onto your side. When you're ready, press yourself up to a cross-legged seated position. Just bringing the hands into heart. Take a deep inhale and stick your tongue out and breathe out. Fire, breath. And again. Good. One more time. I got nothing left. Deep inhale. Crossing the palms, making that Vishnu Garda Mudra, thumbs interlaced, palms out, ready to fight everything that comes into your path that burns and causes discomfort. Deep inhale and then let it go. Bring the hands down to the knees. The light in me honors, actually the fire in me honors the fire in each and every one of you. Namaste. Okay, thank you. Hope your hips will feel better tomorrow. What did Shakira say? The hips don't lie. Yeah, they certainly don't when we challenge them in a yin class like this one. Okay, everybody, much love. Enjoy your day.